This is who we are. You know it. It's your time to blow it. Yeah. Stay devoted. And this is how we show it.
I can do all things.
Some way, somehow.
I can do all things.
Yeah, we gon' work it out.
I can do all things.
Please, put your hands up right now.
I can do all things.
Hey, it's time to show out. I can do all things. And with my mouth I call things. Having answers on all rings. Crown full of dawn, still called king. I can't walk it through the pouring rain. Chasing purpose, I call fame. When you pass test and endure flame. Promotion now with a sure thing. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Listen, welcome to All Things Well. My name is Coach Darryl Jones, and this is my beautiful wife,
Coach P. Angela Jones, and we are so excited to be here today with the very first episode of All Things Well. Before we get started, I just want to say a huge thank you for this week being able to stream live in the I Am a Woman Empowered community. Hello to all my ladies who are used to seeing me as a part, 1/5 of the Fab Five on Empowered Mornings.
Shout out to my sisters.
Hey.
Thank you, Angela. Big shout out to Angela.
Big shout out to
This is-
Angela Lewis.
Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. But listen, y'all know the Joneses. Y'all been with us. We the morning dew. Allow me to reintroduce myself one more time to you. I'm Coach Darryl Jones, and this is my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful wife.
Coach P. Angela Jones.
Welcome to All Things Well. Listen, let me just get the mission out, right? Let me just get the mission out. Here at All Things Well, we believe by the power of God's word,
Yes.
God's word, the transformation of the mind, body, and soul is real, and you can be influenced in every area of your life,
Yes.
especially your relationship and marriage, to do all things well.
That's right. So let me interview you, Mr. Jones.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about you. Like, tell the people who you really are.
Well, as you may know, or you may not know, I am a man of God.
Oh, Lord.
God, G-A-W-D. I'm a husband, right? This beautiful wife for soon to be 11 years this November. I am a father of 6 Gen Z kids.
Ooh.
Not just kids, Gen Z, which means every last one of them were born in the 2000s.
Listen, just pray. That just means just pray a whole lot harder for anyone who's experiencing parenting, because it's an experience, okay? And you have teenagers. Listen, we get it.
We get it. And I'm an author, right? I wrote 2 books, 2 Amazon best-selling books, Man's Guide to a Great Marriage and the Benefits of Monogamy.
Both published by our loving Angela Lewis.
Shout out to
Yes.
you, and co-written by my beautiful wife. I'm a hip-hop artist. Y'all know my song, All Things. It's been on the radio. It's currently on Holy Culture. Been about 5 years. I've been pushing that bad boy. Go to Spotify, follow me, Evangelist Darryl Jones. I'm a fitness enthusiast. I've been working out for the last 19 years. Fitness is a big, 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 big part of my life. I'm a health and wellness, life and relationship coach with a specialty in the wellness part in marriage.
That's right.
Who are you?
Well, my name is P. Angela Jones, and I'm a woman of God.
God.
God. I'm a woman of God, okay? And I'm really a woman of faith and empowerment. I've been like that ever since I was young. I just believe that I'm going to defeat the odds. I believe that God chose me to be the one. My mother used to say, you're going to be the one that survives, P. Angela, to tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how I look at life in every facet. So I am a wife to this guy for almost 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
We have a big, beautiful bonus blended family where Darryl came into a relationship with 2 kids. I had 3. We had our Ava, and some of y'all know Ava, okay?
Our love child.
Our love child, Ava. So that makes 6 children in a blended family. I'm also an author. I'm a part of the I'm a Woman Empowered trilogy that the 3rd edition is coming out in just 1 month. And I also have written several songs with my husband
Yeah.
that have been on the radio and have just been able to transform people's lives. So that's a blessing. One of the greatest things that I love that I do is that I'm a life coach and I focus on passion. So I believe that passion is the gas that you need to get you where you're going. So you may need you may know your purpose, but do you have passion to get yourself there? And so being a passion coach is really a joy of mine. I love all of my clients. Most of them become friends. And then let's see, what else do I do? Oh, of course, I'm part of the Fab Five.
Yeah.
And I co-host a morning show Monday through Friday with my girls. Shout out to my girls, the Fab Five, on a morning show called Empowered Mornings. And so we are your plug. We are your juice in the morning. We are your coffee. And listen, you need to put us in your morning rotation.
You get them up. You wake them up.
We wake them up. We wake you up. Now, this is the one thing that brings us to All Things Well. Darryl and I have also together have been coaching couples for almost 8 years. Coaching couples.
This November 15th.
November for 8 years.
It'll make 11 years we've been married.
Yes.
Coaching for 8 years. And also, we own a mobile mimosa bar.
Oh, yeah, you can't forget about the bar.
Morning dew mimosas. Mimosas that wake you up. The reason why we use the word morning dew, the reason why morning is so important to us, because me and my wife have this morning, I don't call it ritual. Practice, routine,
A morning
belief.
practice. Yes.
Morning practice where we wake up early. And we like to decree, we like to pray, we do affirmations together, we speak, we listen to gospel music, we start our morning. So everything we do, we think about the morning, because the morning, it really is the start to your life.
So as we were discussing what was next, because we've written books and we've coached and we've done radio and podcasts and things before, we wanted to know what was different. Well, the one thing that we've noticed from coaching couples and singles for the last 8 years is that people had a general sense of what they wanted. Yeah. They had a general sense of what they were trying to accomplish. Yeah. And then after the coaching, they began to do it. Yeah. But they weren't well. They weren't well. And so, Darryl, I would love for you to tell us the definition of wellness, and then we can go into all things well.
What we're going to be doing. So wellness, right? And I'm not going to put my preacher hat on because my wife told me don't be preaching. Right now, not right now.
We only have 30 minutes.
Okay, so wellness is the state of being in good health. Health, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and of course, financially. That's right. A lot of couples only focus on the latter.
Now read that part 2. Part 2 to wellness.
Especially as an actively pursued goal.
That's right. So wellness is the state of being in good health, especially as an actively pursued goal. So what we started to see is that people were touching on some of the things they wanted to do, but they weren't actively pursuing health in all those areas
together. That's right.
Especially in a couple and in a relationship, we want to see people do it together. Well, what my husband, because he spent several years managing a fitness facility, and during that time he would come and say, you know, babe, the husband is getting healthy, but he won't give his wife a membership, or the wife is losing. She did a whole body transformation, but the husband doesn't want to come to the gym.
And they don't want each other to come too. Some of them looking for their own time alone. Some of them have motives and agendas. I just heard something today where the wife said, I don't want the husband to work out because she doesn't want to be left. But listen, we'll get back to that. But this is what we're talking about. We're talking about not just being emotionally whole. We're not talking about just being well and financially well off, because that's important. But how do you do it together?
That's right. That's right. So all things well, we're going to be discussing several topics. So I'm just going to bring up some of the topics.
Yeah.
And then we'll just be gently highlighting some of those topics with a little bit of explanation. So the first thing we'll be talking about is having a healthy marriage, or if you're single, preparing for a healthy marriage. Talk about that a little bit, Darryl Jones.
Well, the preparation part, especially if you're single and preparing for a healthy marriage, is your mentality towards it, your motive towards it, your agenda towards it, what you were taught, what you're willing to relearn, what you're willing to rethink, what you're willing to sacrifice, right? Because if you go into a marriage as a single person with, there's this, oh, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. If you're already going into a marriage with a fence, right? A lot of us nowadays, modern men and women, they go into marriages already offended.
Right.
They go into marriages already expecting the marriage not to work, or looking for a reason to exit. That is unhealthy. Healthy is going into marriage no matter what's going on, with a willing to learn, with a willing to get better. When you go to the hospital and they say you need to get healthy, he's saying you need to get better, right? And from a marriage perspective, if you're in a marriage and you're not willing to compliment each other, if you're not willing to do things, sacrifice, again, be better for the heartbeat of your marriage, then that's not healthy.
I think that for those of us that are already married, health, being fit, and being strong, and being able to check off the list, my pressure is down, my cholesterol is down, my blood work is good. But let's take that language into your marriage. Are your emotions down? Are your finances good? Is your communication strong? And so looking at it from that perspective of wellness, are you actively pursuing being well in your marriage, or are y'all just existing? Listen, we get it. We've not only seen it in couples, we've been there.
We've been there.
Okay, so
it takes that. Listen, baby, this ain't going well. What, where, who, how, what can we do to get better?
Absolutely. Let's go to the next topic. Fitness intimacy. I can't wait to hear you, Darryl Jones, talk about fitness intimacy.
Well, fitness intimacy, again, when I was working at the gym, I realized when a husband would come into the gym without his wife, or vice versa, they didn't grow closer. Because if I'm a husband and I say, you know what, I'm not going to eat healthy, right? I'm going to eat my ribs, right? I don't mean to offend anybody, and she's gonna have her salad and vegetables. If every night she's doing salad and vegetables or keto or whatever, and I'm just doing fried this and that, for one, we start to mock each other. It doesn't bring us closer. She making her own dish, I'm making my own dish. We're not sitting at the table together, right? So I would watch that at the gym. They weren't working out together. The husband, after a while, may not support the wife, and the wife may not support the husband. After a while, it causes division in your marriage because you're doing two separate things. But when I saw when a husband and wife work out, you don't even have to train each other. It's just the fact that my wife says, baby, I'm going to the gym. I go, hey, I can't make it with you. Okay, I support you. I'll have this prepared for you. Or we'll make it together. And I'm encouraging her and she's encouraging me. I'm complimenting her. She's complimenting me. We both feel better, because a bypass of working out is not only do you feel better, you end up looking better. Now we're doing this together. This is intimacy. This is intimacy. Now we both want to eat healthy together. Now we both want to live a healthy lifestyle together. Now we're both encouraging each other, waking each other up, reminding each other that we need to go walk or run or do whatever we got to do. It brings in the intimacy because it shows each other that you care about me. And they say nobody cares unless they know you care about me. And caring about each other's physical well-being matters.
Let me say this. Intimacy is what broken down. Into me.
Yeah.
Into me.
You see.
Into me, you see.
Yeah.
And so when we're being fitness intimate,
Yeah.
I'm looking into your life.
Uh-huh.
And I'm getting involved in what you have going on. I'm invested in your fitness.
Yeah.
That creates a romanticism that can be tapped into. Hey, I see you doing those squats. That looks good. I see you pressing that. That looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, you're trying something new. You're gonna do spinach this week. Okay, great. I'll try spinach with you this week.
Yeah.
And the same vice versa. Okay, he's into me. He's into what I'm doing. Okay,
Yeah.
you got some new workout clothes. Okay, I'll buy you your next set. Okay. I like the way you look in those that nice little outfit right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we carpool together to go to the gym? We won't take separate cars this time. We'll ride together to the gym.
Intimacy.
I'm telling you,
You
it is so
awaken
fun.
that homeboy and homegirl, which is missing so much in marriages.
Yes.
All right, baby. What else we got?
Next topic. Now we're just giving you some highlights of what we're
Yeah.
going to talk about. Okay. Working together in business relationships. This is something that we did not set out to do intentionally in the marriage, but it ended up being from the beginning what God gave us. God gave Darryl Jones and Piangela Jones business sense as a couple. And so one of the things that when couples come to us, they want to know, can you teach us how to work together in a business? And the answer is yes. But there are a few things that you need to know if you want to have a thriving business as a couple. Now, in today's society, it is common for, especially Black couples, you'll see the wife or the woman owning a business, or the husband or the boyfriend owning a business, and that's their business. They started it, they set it up, they may support each other, but you're not involved. You don't know the finances.
Mhm.
You're not part of the business plan. You're not
Yeah.
part of the vision, and you're not even an employee or a staff member or a board member. We don't do that because we believe that's not wellness. That's not actively pursuing that goal of health. And when you really
Absolutely.
want to pursue that goal of health in business, listen, you want to bring in people who know you, know your mission and your vision, and believe in it. And a lot of times, that's your significant other.
And learning to steward it together, right? Because
Yes.
we're gonna break this down. Listen, we have to abandon the owner, secretary, receptionist
What is that?
lifestyle, where the man's the owner and the wife is just writes and types everything. Listen,
Yeah.
let that go, right? Because the husband may have to be the receptionist sometimes, right? When y'all are together, right? The receptionist may have to listen and write and type. The owner, the wife, may be a better closer on this day, or just overall, right? It's first of all, and we're gonna dive into this. It takes confidence to work together in the business. I'm talking about really work together. I'm talking about at the end of the day, y'all can pat each other on the back and look at each other and say, we did a good job.
We
today.
built this.
Not competing,
We built
not
this.
taking separate cars, not learning how to. And as you work together, you should fall more in love. Right? There's a lot of times nowadays, it's very popular to work a business together as husband and wife and make money, but grow apart.
Right.
Start to hate
Yes.
each other. Work-wise, start looking at reasons to cheat. Get divorced and split the business down the line because they're not learning to work together. They're doing nobody's confident about their roles. Nobody's confident about their strengths, right? They point out each other's weaknesses. They highlighting each other's weaknesses. They harp on each other's weaknesses. They don't know how to make each other feel involved, right? Men are afraid. I've heard men say, hey, I can't build her up because if I build her up, she may start to think she's better than me. Vice versa. Wife saying, he get on my nerves. He thinks he's better than me. I'm not no slave. Listen, I don't need him. And y'all are actually married together.
Y'all are married, you own a business. But what's the common thread we keep seeing, y'all? We're not well.
Yeah.
And so our goal really throughout the show is to help us recognize some of the things that we're doing wrong, recognize some of those aspects that are just unhealthy, and give healthy correction, practical tips, tools, strategies on how to redirect you into a healthier goal and path. So then finally, and this is just the highlights, y'all. Highlights. we're going to talk about a healthy sex life,
Woo!
right? This is for married people, but some of the things people who are not married yet on their way to being married can begin to implement, because all sexual health ideas and topics aren't you actually having sex.
Yeah.
A lot of it starts up here.
And we want to also prepare y'all when y'all go into marriage that the healthy sex becomes better.
Yes.
Better. Sex should become better when you get married.
Yes.
Not when you're single and suddenly, promiscuous or whatever, for man or woman, right? It should get better, and healthy sex matters.
Yes.
Right? So, first part I want to say is physical. Right? A lot of times people say when they get married, I'll just let myself go. I got nobody else to impress. No. Studies show that when a man lets his stomach get bigger, especially gets older, his sex drive decreases. Testosterone lowers. Right? Man don't even feel good about it. So man goes to work. Man is paying bills. Man even moves wife in this beautiful, beautiful place to live. But man lets go of himself. Yeah. Man is putting on a show. It looks like he's the big dog.
Right.
But when that door closes and everybody leaves that beautiful house, wife lays down, ready. Man doesn't have the energy. Right? So the first part is physical. Vice versa for a wife. Yes. Wife don't like the way she looks. Yeah. Wife keeps saying, hey, it's all good. I don't need to change. But wife don't like the way she looks. So wife doesn't try to seduce her own husband.
Not consciously sometimes, ladies. Sometimes it is subconscious. Like, you know what? I don't feel good about myself. And that's at any size. It's not a particular size.
Not a particular size.
But you don't feel good about yourself, then you don't want to put in the effort to turn anyone on, because you're not even turning yourself on.
Not even turning yourself on.
So a lot of sexual health is about feeling good and looking good to you.
Period.
We're going to dive into that.
And listen, physical is not a size. It's your motive. Yes. It's your motive, right? Yes. Sometimes husband and wives, we could be men and women, we can become so mundane with life where our motive isn't even, we find ourselves not getting in good physical shape just to despite our partner, our spouse, right? We find ourselves not dolling ourselves up. There's some wives that just come to bed looking any kind of way on purpose to spite the husband and vice versa. So that's not healthy. No. Healthy sex life is a motive of, I want my husband to knock my boot. I want him to blow my back out.
Well, listen, because you're coming to bed looking crazy. Yeah. You ain't did nothing. You got the bonnet on. Now, some of y'all can look cute with the bonnet, but y'all know the bonnet I'm talking about. You got a hoodie on with the shorts with a little hole in it.
Looking like he got a cold.
and you are perfectly fine. But you think you're punishing him, but you're really deteriorating you. Because whether you're going to have sex that night or not, how you go to bed matters. How I look, how I feel, how I crawl up in that bed, it matters. And it all adds up to an actively pursued goal. We're going to keep talking about that because that's the definition of wellness. Yeah. Good health, especially as it relates to actively pursuing it as a goal.
And that's just the physical part, right? It ain't got nothing to do with body positive. I respected everything. Yes. I'm talking about your motive to why you're not even trying to turn each other on.
Yes.
If you stop trying to turn each other on in your marriage, you are unwell, unhealthy.
Yes.
Then we get to the emotional part, how you speak to each other. Yes. Do you compliment each other? Yes. Wife, when's the last time you told your husband he's fine? Brother, when's the last time you smacked your wife's butt? I mean, you watch these TikTok videos.
Come on.
And the brother smacks the girl's butt.
Come on.
And
y'all
she
watching them.
Smiles. But you don't smack your wife's butt, right? Smack the butt, right? So certain things, grab a boob out, pull it out. I don't know, do something. When's the last time you have done that to your wife? If you're not doing that to your wife, if your wife is not walking up to you, grabbing you down below.
Yes, or bringing you, breakfast or your coffee with nothing on.
Something seductive.
We got to do something, ladies.
You guys emotionally and mentally don't feel sexy. So then it's going to be very hard to have good sex. You don't want to have sex with the wife with her eyes over like that, looking like D Brown about to dunk, and the husband looking the other way. Let go of this American married with children, Al Bundy lifestyle.
That's right. That's right. So,
That was a curse.
right. So listen, I want to talk because we have not hit on spiritual yet,
Yeah.
but don't think we haven't gotten spiritual with this, because I want to talk about the definition in the Bible of wellness. Wellness in the Bible is related to a word that you've heard people say, pastors say, and you may have even said it yourself. And that word is shalom. Shalom means to have peace, harmony, wholeness, and completedness. It is a whole of life wellness.
Mhm.
So we are actively pursuing whole life wellness. That's the goal, is the whole life to be well. Not just finances, but the emotions are shabby. Not just I have my affirmations and my mental health is strong, but I don't know how to relate to others. The Bible says we can have whole of life wellness when we have shalom. Who is God? He is the God of peace. He is the Prince of Peace. So you have shalom, wholeness, at your very fingertips whenever you want to tap in spiritually. So this is a spiritual, mental, physical, emotional, financial experience that we're getting ready to walk into, and we're doing it with you all.
Listen, it's our first episode, y'all. We back. We just wanted to introduce to y'all what we're doing. Listen, we ain't begin to skin the cat. That's how we call it. All right. We ain't begin to do nothing. Right? I kind of rehearsed that, but that's kind of way. But still, we ain't dive deep in nothing. But we love y'all, and we're just listen. We haven't done this in a minute, God. We back, man.
Yes.
The morning dude's back. Coach Darryl Jones and my beautiful wife,
Coach P. Angela
Yeah.
Jones. And we're so thankful
Yeah.
that you all have taken these quick few minutes. We're only on here for 30 minutes, but we want you all to just join us on the 4th Thursday of the month here in I'm a Woman Empowered, but every week on our YouTube page on Love Jones Television. You can just Google Love Jones TV and you'll find our YouTube page. And we're going to be having these conversations. But listen, you won't be able to miss us, because every 4th Thursday we'll be streaming live here.
Share, subscribe. If this message bless you, all I need to do one thing. Just like it, share it with somebody, be a blessing, and subscribe to hear more of all things well.
This is who we are. You know it. It's your time to blow it. Yeah. Stay devoted. And this is how we show it.